everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Redskins going up against the Texans.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Houston Texans. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
8 yards still remaining here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. He knocks him back and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Room here to run. Room to run past midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. And Cooks hands it over the middle. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
Here we go. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second and just 1.
Let's go.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. Yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A gain of 32 that time. And he's got room. Space to run past the 20. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
From the gun, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down right at the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
On the counter, it's Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Third and long. It's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play on third down for the Texans. 52 yards. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
To throw on second is Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And now a first down following that long gain. Looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down. Second down, here's Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On first down, it's Watson. Breaks a tackle. And some room to work. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Second down and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. Room to run inside the 40. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is now a 1-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Redskins send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 44-yard line. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. Boys, 9. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Shreds the tackle. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Come on, let's go. Fan 38. Fan 38. Ohio. Ohio.
From the gun, Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use the speed to get there in the run game.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Come on, let's go. Fan 38. Fan 38.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
To throw now in his own end zone. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Watson, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on 1st down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The Redskins send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Here's Watson. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Let's go!
Out of the gun, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Finding some room at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. Give him 30 yards there.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Let's go! 319! 319!
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And now the Redskins, if they hit the PAT, they will have the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs. And hopefully
he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watson, off play action. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go! 38! Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Come on, let's go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Let's go. Ohio. Flex round.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Come on, let's go.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Texans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Ohio. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
He's back to throw. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Texans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.